Something big is about to happen in your life. Wealth is moving towards you faster than you realize, but here's the secret. Money doesn't just come to anyone. It's not about luck. It's about alignment. If you're not prepared, you might miss the opportunity entirely. Think about the people who win the lottery but lose everything within a few years. It's not because they didn't receive money. It's because they weren't ready to handle it. Money doesn't just change your bank account. It changes your mindset, your environment, and the people around you. If you're not mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared, sudden wealth can be a burden instead of a blessing. You've been chosen for more, but you need to understand that this wealth is coming with a purpose. It's not just about buying nice things or proving people wrong. This is about stepping into a new level of life, where you no longer have to struggle, where you no longer have to settle. But the real question is, are you truly ready for what's coming? If you're still thinking small, if you still doubt yourself, if you still believe wealth is out of reach for people like you, then you might not be prepared to receive what's already making its way toward you. This isn't about hoping or wishing. It's about getting into the right mindset so that when the wealth arrives, you're not just a receiver of it, you're a master of it. Wealth isn't just about having more money. It's about responsibility, decision-making, and handling abundance with wisdom. Many people think that once they get money, their problems will disappear. But the truth is, money only amplifies who you already are. If you have a strong, disciplined, and focused mindset, wealth will elevate you. But if you carry self-doubt, fear, or a lack mentality, sudden wealth can actually become a curse. Look at the people who suddenly come into large sums of money but end up worse off than before. They weren't mentally ready, they didn't have a plan. They thought money alone would change their lives, but they never changed the way they thought about money. If you're not ready, wealth can slip through your fingers faster than you realize. Being prepared for wealth doesn't just mean being good with numbers or knowing how to invest. It means developing the mindset of someone who already sees themselves as abundant. It means removing any subconscious beliefs that tell you money is hard to get, that rich people are greedy, or that you don't deserve success. These hidden beliefs can block you from receiving the wealth that's already meant for you. You must start preparing now. Begin to see yourself as a person who naturally attracts abundance. Start handling the resources you have with care. If you're careless, with a little, you'll be careless with a lot. If you waste time, you'll waste money. If you surround yourself with negative, small-minded people now, you'll do the same when you're wealthy, and they will drain you. This is why some people never break out of financial struggle. They don't realize that the way they think and act today determines whether they will be able to hold on to wealth when it arrives. Money is not the solution. You are. The way you think, the way you move, and the way you prepare is what determines if you will thrive in abundance or lose. Everything, when it finally comes, the struggles you have been through were never random. They were preparing you for something greater. Many chosen ones experience setbacks, financial struggles, and losses, not because they are meant to suffer, but because they are being shaped into someone who can handle immense success. Imagine if you had received $1 million 5 years ago. Would you have known what to do with it? Would you have spent it wisely, invested it correctly, or protected it from the wrong people? Most people think they are ready for wealth, but if it were given to them too soon, they wouldn't be able to hold on to it. The truth is, the universe has been testing you. Every hardship, every challenge, every moment when you felt like you had nothing, it was all training. You were being shaped into someone who could handle wealth without letting it destroy you. The reason you've struggled isn't because you're unlucky, it's because you're chosen. And chosen ones go through a different path. Wealth is not just about numbers. It's about your ability to remain grounded, to make wise decisions, and to use money as a tool rather than a source of identity. Many people lose everything because they tie their self-worth to money, and when the money fluctuates, so does their confidence. But chosen ones are different. You are being prepared to understand that wealth is not who you are. It is a resource that will be placed in your hands for a higher purpose. You may not have realized it, But all the times you had to budget, all the times you had to figure things out when there was little to nothing, all of that was shaping you. You were learning discipline. You were learning resourcefulness. You were learning how to make something out of nothing. And now, because you have mastered surviving with little, you are about to enter a season where you learn how to thrive with much. This is why sudden wealth is not going to be a shock to you. It's going to feel like a natural progression of who you already are. You won't fear losing it, because you will know how to manage it. You won't feel the need to prove anything because you will already understand your value with or without it. You will move differently because you have already been shaped into someone who understands wealth at a deeper level. Everything that happened in your past was setting you up for what's about to come. The moments when you felt overlooked, the times when you felt like you weren't making progress, the seasons where it felt like you were working so hard but getting nowhere, it was all preparing you for a major shift. And now, that shift is happening. Wealth is not just about money, it's about expansion. Your mind is expanding, your vision is expanding, your level of influence is expanding. And because of that, the resources that match that level are now making their way to you. This is why you must be prepared, because when it happens, it won't come in small amounts. It will come suddenly, and it will come fast. This is not the time to doubt yourself. This is not the time to play small. You've already gone through the struggle. You've already learned the lessons. Now you are stepping into a season of overflow. The wealth you were always destined for is closer than you think. Prepare yourself. Align your mindset, because the doors that once felt closed are about to open wider than ever before. Wealth is not just about hard work. It's about energy. The way you think, feel, and act creates an energy field around you, and that energy either attracts or repels money. Some people work their entire lives and never break out of financial struggle, while others seem to attract money effortlessly. The difference isn't luck, it's alignment. If you carry thoughts of lack, fear, or unworthiness, you are unconsciously pushing wealth away. If you believe money is hard to get, that belief will shape your reality. If you believe wealth is for other people and not you, your mind will find ways to confirm that. Your subconscious beliefs are like a magnet, and they either pull abundance toward you or block it from ever reaching you. Think about it. When you feel abundant, even before the money comes, you move differently. You don't act out of desperation. You don't make rushed, fear-based decisions. You trust that more is always coming, so you operate with confidence. And that confidence is what attracts wealth. Money flows to people who are prepared to receive it, who feel worthy of it, and who don't chase it from a place of lack. This is why the rich get richer. It's not just because they have money. It's because they think and move like wealthy people. They see money as a tool, not something to hoard or fear. They don't shrink back when opportunities come. They step forward. They don't see money as something they have to fight for. They see it as something that naturally comes to them, and that belief makes it their reality. Now here's the key. You don't have to wait for wealth to start thinking like a wealthy person. You can shift your energy today. Speak abundance over your life. Stop saying, "I can't afford this," and start asking, "How can I afford this?" Stop seeing money as a struggle and start seeing it as a flow that you are already tapped into. The moment you change your energy, you change your reality. You don't have to chase money. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to align with it. When you start believing that wealth is your natural state, when you start carrying yourself like someone who is already abundant, money will start finding you. It will come in ways you didn't expect. Doors will open that you didn't even knock on. Opportunities will appear that once seemed impossible. Your energy is the key. It's not about waiting for money to show up before you feel abundant. It's about becoming abundant in your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset right now. Because once you do that, money won't be able to resist you. It will have no choice but to flow into your life. Before every breakthrough, there is a test. Right before people step into a new season of abundance, they often experience setbacks, delays, or challenges that make them question if they are even on the right path. If you've been feeling like everything is falling apart, like you're being tested more than ever, it's not a sign that things are going wrong. It's a sign that things are about to shift in your favor. The universe doesn't test you to break you. It tests you to see if you're truly ready for the next level. Before you step into sudden wealth, you have to prove that you can handle it. That means facing moments where it looks like nothing is working out and still holding on to your faith. That means being given less than what you deserve and still acting like the abundance is already yours. So many people fail right before their breakthrough because they give up too soon. They let frustration win. They let impatience push them into fear-based decisions. They don't realize that the test is happening because the blessing is so close. If you give up now, you are walking away from the very thing you've been waiting for. Think about all the things you've gone through, all the setbacks, all the moments where it felt like nothing was working. If you look closely, you'll realize something. Every time you thought you had lost, you were actually gaining something. A lesson, a skill, a new level of wisdom. The struggles were never about stopping you. They were about preparing you. Right now, you might be going through one of the hardest seasons of your life. You might feel like nothing is going your way. But what if this is the final test? What if everything you've been through has led up to this moment? If you knew for sure that your breakthrough was days or weeks away, would you give up now? Hold your ground. Keep your faith strong. Because when the test is over, the blessing that follows will be bigger than anything you ever imagined. The wealth you've been preparing for is not just coming, it's already here. You just have to pass the test to step into it. Wealth is not just about getting more, it's about releasing what no longer serves you. Many people pray for abundance, but they don't realize that in order to receive something new, they have to make space for it. You can't hold on to the mindset, habits, and relationships that kept you in struggle and expect to step into financial freedom. Think about a person trying to climb a mountain while carrying a heavy bag. If they refuse to let go of unnecessary weight, the climb becomes harder. The same is true for you if you're holding on to financial fears, negative beliefs, or toxic people. They will slow you down. You might think they're not affecting you, but they are. Every limiting belief, every unhealthy habit, every person in your life who drains your energy is holding you back from the wealth that's trying to reach you. Look at your life right now. What are you holding on to that doesn't align with the future you want? Do you still believe that money is hard to get, that wealth is for others but not for you? Do you still surround yourself with people who talk about struggle and lack instead of possibility and growth? Are you still making financial decisions based on fear instead of faith? If you want to receive new blessings, you have to create space for them. That means letting go of small thinking. That means walking away from anything and anyone that no longer aligns with your future. That means refusing to live in the energy of lack and stepping boldly into the mindset of abundance. It's time to declutter your mind, your habits, and even your relationships. You cannot bring old baggage into a new season of prosperity. You must release it so that you can move freely into what's waiting for you. The universe is always ready to give, but it won't force blessings into hands that are too full of the past. If you've been asking for more, ask yourself this: have you made space for it? Are you truly ready to receive it? Because the moment you let go of what no longer serves you, you'll realize something powerful. The wealth, the opportunities, and the success you've been praying for were never far away. They were always within reach. The only thing standing between you and them was what you were unwilling to release. Let go. Make space. Because what's coming next is greater than anything you're leaving behind. Wealth is not just a financial shift. It's a personal transformation. And when you transform, not everyone around you will understand. Some people in your life are comfortable with the old version of you, the one who struggled, the one who had limitations. The moment you step into abundance, their energy toward you might change. This is one of the hardest lessons chosen ones have to learn. Not everyone can come with you into this new season. Some people will celebrate your success, but others will feel threatened by it. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your growth forces them to look at their own limitations, and not everyone is ready for that. You might start to notice certain people pulling away. Some may even try to discourage you, telling you that wealth changes people, or that you should stay humble. But the truth is, Money doesn't change you, it reveals you. It magnifies who you already were. If you were generous before wealth, you'll be even more generous after. If you had a good heart before, wealth will only allow you to do more good. But the people who don't understand abundance will project their fears onto you. They might say you're acting different, when in reality you're just stepping into your true self. They might try to make you feel guilty for wanting more, when in reality, abundance is your birthright. Let them go. Don't hold yourself back because of other people's limitations. The people who are truly meant to be in your life will not feel threatened by your success. They will support you, grow with you, and understand that your wealth is not just for you. It's for the purpose you are meant to fulfill. Surround yourself with people who think bigger, who want more for themselves, and who aren't afraid to see you shine. Because as you rise, you need to be around those who will rise with you. The shift you've been waiting for is happening behind the scenes. Right now, the universe is aligning people, places, and opportunities that will open doors you never even knew existed. But here's the key. You have to be in the right position to receive them. Opportunities don't just show up randomly. They come to those who are ready to take them. Some people miss their blessings not because they aren't meant for them, but because they aren't paying attention. They're too focused on their past, too caught up in distractions, or too afraid to step outside their comfort zone. You need to start seeing yourself as someone who is already in the right place at the right time. Because you are. The people you meet, the conversations you have, the ideas that come to your mind, none of it is an accident. Everything is leading you to the next step. But you have to be open. You have to say yes to new possibilities, even when they seem unfamiliar. You have to be willing to leave behind old patterns and step into new opportunities without hesitation. Start preparing yourself now. Get clear on what you want. Write it down. Speak it into existence. Because the moment you align with the energy of abundance, the universe will respond with the right opportunities. The doors are opening. The right people are being placed in your path. The wealth you've been waiting for is making its way toward you. Your only job is to be ready when it arrives. Most people think that once they get money, their life will magically become easier. But wealth isn't just a blessing, it's a responsibility. And if you don't learn how to handle it, it can disappear just as quickly as it arrives. Look at the people who inherit millions and lose it all. It wasn't the money that failed them, it was their mindset. They never learned how to manage abundance, so they spent it carelessly. They surrounded themselves with the wrong people. They made decisions out of impulse instead of wisdom. You are different. You are being prepared for wealth, not just to receive it, but to sustain it. You are meant to use this wealth to fulfill your purpose, to help others, and to create something lasting. Start thinking now about how you will handle your wealth when it comes. Will you invest it wisely? Will you use it to build a legacy? Will you let it strengthen you or weaken you? The universe is not just giving you money, it's giving you a tool to create change. The question is, will you be ready to use it wisely? There is nothing stopping you from stepping into abundance except for your own readiness. The universe has already said yes to your success. The question is, have you said yes to yourself? Too many people wait for a perfect moment to start. They wait until they feel fully ready. But the truth is, wealth doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who prepare and take action. Start acting like the wealthy version of yourself. Now, start making decisions as if the money has already arrived. Start aligning yourself with the energy of success. Because once you do, the universe will respond. No more waiting, no more doubting. You are chosen for something greater, and your time is now. You were never meant to live in struggle. You were never meant to stay small. Everything in your life has been leading up to this moment. The moment where you finally step into your wealth, your purpose, and your true power. But wealth isn't just about money. It's about who you become. It's about shifting your mindset, aligning with abundance, and preparing yourself to receive everything that has always been meant for you. You are no longer in a season of waiting. You are in a season of receiving. The doors are open. The opportunities are here. The wealth is On its way, the only question is, are you ready?